Oh, welcome back to the workshop, Handyman. We're back in the kitchen today. We've been working on several different organizers for my cabinets. I don't know, there's a couple of videos out there on it. You can go back and look at those. I'll try to leave a link on some of those. So today we're working on a different one. To accomplish here in this little door is she's wanting to take all her cooking oils that she loves so much. And we want to be able to take these and set them down in here into a rack. And this rack will come in and out so she can get a hold of those. And get them off the counter up here and clear up a little bit of space. So, okay, in the shop, we've already got this started. We started with a little bit of a project on the CNC machine. And I'm learning that also, which I've been kind of showing those, I guess, a little bit. I'm putting that together. But I did find out that it's pretty convenient if you're going to cut a bunch of holes in something. CNC will cut them out pretty nicely. We got a little bit of chip out on the side here, but that was really a table saw issue. Didn't like that too well. The bottom has been grooved out. Of course, the look isn't real pretty because the plywood's a different thickness, but I think I don't know, I might do something with that. Kind of paint it just to cover it up, make it look a little bit better. Most of this will be thing, but on a CNC machine, it's pretty nice. You can duplicate the two of them, so I could throw them in there. We've got them all done out. We've decided to just go ahead and put dowels in each of the spots. So we've got dowel holes on both the top and the bottom. They're both made identical. I haven't got quite all the dowels cut yet, but they'll just glue together like that and fit together. All the holes line up, and then at this end we're going to go ahead and just make a little box for the smaller oils. We'll glue this box together and make that look like that, and then put some tracks on it. So what we got to do today, I'm going to sand it down, see if I can get this kind of finished off a little bit, glue the box together, and we should be good and ready to go. Put some tracks on it. We'll show you how that looks. Okay, so for the progress report, we're going to show, I went ahead and tried to cover up some of that I had for the ugly around the edges of it. I went ahead and took my small router, and we just did a little round over bit on it, and then rounded all that out. So we'll finish sanding that down. I think that covers up some of the chip out and stuff. So one of the tricks of carpentry, of course, is always trying to figure out how to make it look good and cover up your mistakes or things that don't look quite right. So I think that'll do that. We'll go ahead and handle that. And over here on this one here, where I don't like that bottom and all the different colors and all, I would go ahead and just tape that off of painter's tape and paint it. But I don't have any painter's tape. I pretty much have run out of that. But I do have my shield for the CNC machine. And this is just basically a sticky back plastic sheathing. So I'll stick that on there, go around it, cut the holes out, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and spray paint that with a black paint. And that should actually take care of that to make it look a little bit better. So we'll go ahead and mask this off, cut it out, paint it up, show you what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the sticker paper back off, and you can see it's all back in there. It's a little bit wet still, but that's all right. We're not going to hurt that any. So what I'm going to do while that is drying is we'll go ahead and glue all these back up in here. We'll set my boards in place and make our little box so that it'll be ready to set the top on it when we get done. So we'll go ahead and just, like I say, we're just going to glue it up, stick them in there. That'll be fine. They'll fit nice and tight. So we'll knock that on out, and that'll have the base about done to where we'll be ready to set the top on it. Okay, now depending on your tracks, I have to go in here before I put all that other on the top of it. I went ahead and we attached another one because these tracks actually sit on the inside. and will end up like this. And then our other track is going to set here against the wall, riding inside of this one. So it's going to look something like this when I get done in the cabinet. So depending on your tracks, how you attach them, for these particular ones or under the mount ones, we'll do it this way. Should do fine. So we'll go ahead and set these down, put some screws in these tracks, and we'll be in good shape. Okay, I've got the tracks all on, a couple of screws in them. Next step on this, I wanted to have, seems how this is going to be a drawer slide. I went ahead and cut me up a little piece of wood, and that's going to go on the front side here. We'll glue and tack that in place, and then we'll go ahead and start gluing the dowels in. And we'll set this up on top of it and glue that down, and that's basically gives it the look that you need. So we'll be able to grab a hold of it here or a hold of the bottles, but it'll give it kind of a couple places to grab a hold of it, pull the drawer out when we get to it. So we'll go ahead and glue all that up, and that'll have the outside part done to where we can go ahead and start putting a little finish on it. All right, the rest of this project, I forgot to get a little bit of it out there in the shop while I was working on it. But anyways, we can kind of catch up on it. We went ahead and finished off the gluing, and we brought it home, and now we have the bottles that sit into it. The only thing we had inside is the tracks that were put in. It's a little bit dark in there, attached to the back wall, and we had to space it out a little bit so that it would miss our hinge here. But other than that, that's pretty much what the end result was. Slides in and out, keeps the oils off the counter, so I think that works pretty good. And that'll conclude this project. I'll try to put a link into the other ones if you want to see more about the inside of the cabinet and where that took place on these others, laying them up. Like I say, these all had it also and followed the same rule that we had. So at that rate, I hope that helps you out figuring out how to use this space a little bit better. And we'll check with you on the next video. We appreciate you looking. Check me out. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comments. Always welcome.